right, I think we are live. Okay, I'm here with Eric from Tucson.
Hello.
So we have so Eric is nice enough to roast some coffee for us. Hold on, before we start, just make sure we have the right sound here as well. Do we have the right sound? Yeah, we have the right sound. Okay. By the way, as you can see, I'm wearing my merchandise today. Okay, my Huns Coffee merchandise. So if you want to buy something for your loved ones for the holidays, something fun, okay, make sure to check out the page. All right. But having said that, so hey Eric, why don't you tell us about Hive?
Oh,
Yeah,
if you ever wanted to get into
yeah,
roasting, this thing is fantastic. It's a
yeah,
cheap little thing, but boy,
yeah.
it's really designed well. Uh, it has some of the features, if you will.
Hmm.
It has these ridges on the bottom, so when you shake the
Yeah, let
beans
me show.
around,
So,
yeah,
so, I mean, you see that? You see the ridges on the bottom there? So this is more like Eric. Is more like stovetop, right?
yeah, it'll like tumble the beans instead
Yeah.
of just sliding on the bottom. So you get a really consistent roast out of those pans, out of these
So
things.
again, so this is it's called Hive. Just put on the like Eric, where you use outside the backyard somewhere.
I do mine completely. I don't roast
Okay,
indoors ever.
and you just use it just camping stove, right?
Yeah,
Right
yeah.
over.
It has this little, like it's like a donut. It has a
Yep,
little
has the
opening
donuts.
in it, and that brings the heat into it, so it's
Hmm.
cooking by conduction and convection. So it's exactly what you would get out of a drum roaster. I mean, it
Exactly.
cooks it just and it does just as good a job. And it has a little top on it.
Yeah, it has a nice top on it as well. Okay, so this thing is $80, by the way. Okay, $80, but sounds a lot of money, but
It does, but I don't
but
regret it in a minute.
but again, it comes to because the average coffee roaster, like even like cheapest one, like fresh roast,
Hmm.
it's about $300 or $400. Fresh roast about $300 or $400, and the Beamer is about 450 to yeah about 450. And next up is like I have a grinder from Kaleido, okay, like M2. I think I have M2 or M3. They're like close to $2,000. So there's no whole lot in betweener. So this this coffee roaster, yes, it is a little pricey, but
For 80 bucks, you can
yeah,
roast
I
coffee.
mean $80 to homemade coffee roaster, it's not bad.
I've had
Uh,
this for 4 or 5 years,
and
and
the
it'll last forever.
fact is, you cannot break this. Okay,
No, there's nothing to
it's
break.
gonna be it's gonna last for forever, in a way. So gas only. It's gas only, right?
Yes,
Yeah, it's gas only. So you need to have a gas stove. Okay, not electric.
get a camping stove. Spend $100 on
Yeah,
it. Take it outside. Don't even try to do it inside.
exactly. Yeah, yep. Just do outside as well
Yeah,
because
the smoke and chaff, and you.
yeah, you're gonna have some big men.
Mm.
Hold on. Yeah. All right. So what we got for us today, Eric?
Oh, we got some Chinese beans, some
So this is
Timor.
India pea berry you roast.
Yeah, Indian pea berry. I haven't
Okay.
tried that yet. I just roasted
Okay.
it up.
So we have what is it? Is that Nicaragua geisha?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Geisha from Nicaragua? Okay.
Yeah, Panamanian geisha.
Okay.
It's expanding out now. You can get a lot of green beans and geisha beans from.
So this is the
various places.
Timor.
Now that's a strange one. They say it is a hybrid between a robusta and an arabica.
What do you mean hybrid?
I guess it's sort of, they naturally combine just in nature. They didn't. No one even did that on purpose.
Oh,
and
really?
it occurred just. It's just supposed to be isolated to Timor, an island in the, north of Australia. It's a little island. There.
Okay,
It
so
just seems to come from there. It's this unusual coffee. I don't know how it tastes. I haven't tried it.
so they're actually hybrid. So we have to
Yeah.
robusta and abraca
Yep.
somehow
Combined in some way that
combined
I just
somewhat.
heard that it's a hybrid, and I don't really know how that really occurred.
Okay, have you tried on your you haven't tried this coffee yet?
I haven't tried it.
Okay.
I have no idea what it tastes like, but it smells pretty good. But
Okay, so
I like all coffee.
so let's try with this one first. So here's the thing about the Eric. He doesn't do espresso at home. Okay.
I love it. But I don't do it
He
every day.
always do pour over, but today we're gonna do espresso. All right. So so let's find out. Okay. So this is so I need to set my expectation properly.
Mhm.
Okay.
It's a single origin coffee.
Single origin coffee.
A lot of people don't really drink those unless you roast. I
Yep.
mean, even if you buy a Ethiopian blend, it's probably from 3 or 4 plantations, and they blend them, and you're going to get a more wider scope profile.
And
But-
also coffee from the HIVE,
Mhm.
HIVE roaster, home
They're
roaster.
all high roasted.
So this is the basic as get. Okay. I mean, I'm not expecting the mind blowing. Okay. I'm not expecting mind blowing. I'm just gonna expect.
You might like my blend pretty much.
Yeah.
Because that's going to be more of what people buy and they're used to. It's a blend of. I won't tell you what it is. I don't want to spill the beans. Pardon my pun. But,
So you know, try the teamwork first on espresso.
yeah, let's try that.
Yeah. So let's try that. Let's see here. So I got my 2 machines set up here. Okay. The reason why I got 2 machines set up, one is heat exchange. My Bianca is dual boiler. All right. But I set at 91 Celsius. Okay. I set a little lower temperature. This one, just a standard. I mean, this one I can only set at just heat exchange has only one single boiler. So I set at just, you know, standard temperature is about 94 Celsius here, 94, maybe 95. And with so Eric, so you usually roast what, like a little darker, right?
I roast all over the board.
Okay.
These are probably darker, all of these beans, but I didn't do that on purpose.
Okay, so
That's just what was ready to.
exactly. Here's the thing about the using HIVE. So there's no temperature control, except you have to feel
Well,
for
there
it.
is. You really raise it off about
Sure.
an inch or so, and then, like when you get your first crack, you
Yep.
usually want to ramp down the temperature. You move it up.
Yep.
A lot of people move it like way up here. That's unnecessary.
Okay.
You move it up an inch or two. You know.
So you're going with temperature by you just feel for it and sound.
Well, what I do is I do a consistent flame.
Sure.
Put the same level. So I always roast
Yeah.
in the evening when the sun's going down.
Yep.
I can see that flame exactly
Mm.
what it is, and I've been doing that for years. And the way I adjust the temperature is if I want it
Yep.
to go down, I just raise it up about an inch or so. and it
Okay,
slows down.
so this is more, it's more for art than science.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not like you're gonna set that, you know, I mean, just like modern day coffee roaster, right? You just set the profile, you know, artisan software, you know, first, you know, just you're not doing it, you just go by your feel and just by your experience.
I could tell by smell.
Okay, by smell as well, smell and
And
sound.
I've been doing it for 20 years. You know, I've been roasting
Okay.
coffee for years, so I can kind of tell by.
All right,
I can tell the color by the smell.
Okay.
Almost always, I nail it.
Let's go. So we're gonna start with Timor. I think I'm gonna. So this one is more like, I mean, just looking at it, as you can see, okay, it's more darker side. So let's try the like lower temp, like 91 Celsius, okay, on my Bianca there. Okay, and there comes the grinder. So you don't know the tasting note, right?
I've not tasted it.
That's
at all.
right.
It's the first time for me.
I mean, is there like on the back, you know, the green beans say, is there any tasting note, any information on it?
No, that one lacked in it, as I can remember. Maybe they did, but I don't think.
Okay.
I don't really know what they stated that you can get out of it.
Okay.
I do remember they recommended you roast it toward the darker side.
Okay. So which means I'm not gonna use my MP burst. I'm gonna be more like my P64, okay, with the ES burst. So this is more espresso friendly. So let's go with that one. Because with the MP is 83 MP burst might be too clean. Yeah, I mean, too uniform grind size. I don't want that. So this one I want a little bit more fines to it. Now so we're gonna try right now.
I'm not fussy with the chaff on it. I'm roasting mostly for myself, and it doesn't add or subtract from the coffee at all. So I just get this stuff. I don't.
Sure.
There's chaff in it, and it doesn't bother me a bit. So just grind it up anyway.
Okay, so you know, let's do 20 gram today. So I've been really enjoying the 20 gram. Sure.
Oh, great. I like like stronger coffees myself. You can always make your coffee a little weaker by pouring a little bit of water in it, but you can't
Sure.
make it more. You can't make it more robust. You know, if you make it too weak, it's dishwater, and that's all. You know.
So whatever you brew, Eric. So how many grams do you use?
About 18, sometimes 20.
20 grams. Okay. So you do any kind of ratio,
Mm,
or just kind of like feel for it?
just been doing it for so many years that
Okay.
I kind of know it's some quantity that's fixed, and
Okay.
I can eyeball it. That's what I do. Pour over cold.
So which dripper are you using at home?
With what?
Yeah, which dripper?
Oh, Melita.
Molita. Okay.
And then we use the Melita filters, and they
Mhm.
pair together just fine.
So we're gonna be doing the 20 gram with the Eric's coffee here, using the HIVE. Okay, so this is a HIVE coffee roaster. I think what California based, right, Eric? You say?
Yeah, they're in around outside of Frisco,
Yeah.
I think, and but now they're exporting them all over the world. So they're,
Mhm.
I don't know. I think last time I checked, it was a 3-month wait. So if you're fine with that and the
Yep.
$80, you won't regret it.
Okay.
They're really nice when you call them up too.
Oh, really?
I waited about a month, and I'm kind of in that. If it's a month, it's late. Not that I have to have it, but I called them up, and the owner got on the phone, and he says, "Oh yeah, we'll have that out there. It'll be about another month or
Sure.
so." And it came right at, it was about a 2-month wait when I got mine, I think.
So it's got to be a pretty small company then, right?
Yeah, it's a really good company. Yeah.
Pretty small, I imagine.
And the guy even,
Yeah.
I seem to remember he called me back saying we shipped out your roaster, and it came.
So
up a
how many
couple
do you
of
have?
days
You
later.
only have one, right?
Roaster?
Yeah.
I have other roasters, but I just
Mhm.
I've been using for 4 or 5 years. I think
Okay.
I've had it because I just roast for myself. I'm retired now, and it's
So is it your favorite roaster?
Yes, and also the quantity. You
Mhm.
get a drum roaster, and what am I going to do with 20 pounds of coffee for myself?
Okay.
So I stick to this. I can make third of a pound, half a pound, whatever I'm going to use in a week.
So Eric, so you like the tighter ratio? You want a more thick coffee?
I don't really care as
You
long
don't
as it's
care?
not dishwater. I mean, if it's
Okay.
if it's really dilute, I don't like. But your
Okay.
coffees, I had your coffee before. It's perfect.
All right, guys, we're gonna put the shot. Coffee from HIVE today. All right.
And foreign beans never taste. Usually, when I roast coffee, I'll cup it like right away.
Oh,
or it's still warm.
sure.
I'm cupping it right away just to see what it, get an idea what it tastes like. But I haven't done any of these beans, so.
Yeah.
They always tempt me to buy an espresso machine whenever I can.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So I got 26 seconds at like 42 grams. Kind of like 1-to-2 ratio. Here we go. Yeah, cheers.
Do you like Robusta beans, or you're not sure?
A Robusta? I mean,
They're mostly good. I like all kinds of.
I mean, with the Robusta, bring us so much crema as well.
Might want to stir mine just a wee bit. I think. I don't like the crema is kind of.
Oh yeah, because
I kind of mix it up. That's all.
yeah, I mean, because crema is very bitter. Let's give it a try.
I like the bitterness, but
Yeah, so you know what I hear from a lot of people they love bitterness.
I think some people just like certain flavors in coffee.
Okay,
And everything else they
yeah.
hate, and I'm not that way at all. I like
Okay.
I like all coffee flavors.
So this one, but somebody loves bitter coffee, you're gonna love this coffee.
Yeah, it's got more Robusta notes than
Yeah,
it does.
but
Arabica.
here's the thing about okay. If I'm gonna give you this coffee to you, All right, because I've been drinking a lot of specialty coffee over the years. Uh, so this one, you guys not going to like this coffee, okay? But okay, but if you are into like traditional, I really like. I want like strong taste coffee, something kind of like kicking your butt. This is
This
it.
would be good in the morning for
Yeah,
me. For me, I
yeah.
would just love it. Yeah.
It's gonna be kind of like wake you up. You
And
know,
I love the robusta bitterness myself.
yeah.
I like all kinds of coffees. I like fruit bombs and everything.
This is more like old school. Okay, like old school espresso. You young ones out there. I mean, you're not gonna like this coffee, but still bitter. But it's not like it's terrible. Still good, but it's definitely unique about
It's a
it.
wee bit on the bitter side. I don't think a
Yeah,
lot of people would like it.
no,
I like it fine, but
yeah.
it's.
But again, this is more like I say like traditional, like medium to dark roast coffee. That hey,
Yeah.
you know. Okay, so what should we try next?
Mm. Oh, we tried Chinese ones.
Yeah, let's go.
I've never had those before, and I didn't even know they
Yeah.
grew beans in China, but they do. The green beans were wonderful. I mean, they were processed really well.
Okay.
There was no defects to pick out of it. It was fantastic. So I don't know how it tastes. Technically, this isn't a. This is a blend of two rows. Same bean, but I
Okay.
did. You notice there's some dark ones in there.
Yeah.
I put about 10% of a darker roast in
Okay.
there.
Good.
I'm just guessing that it might, even it out a little bit or so. It's not really
Right.
a blend, but it is.
Hold on a second. Can you show us the roast coffee? Yeah, here. So first one we just try is it's called Timor. Okay. Okay. All right. So as you can see, it's not as uniform as a coffee from your local roaster, but again, so this is using from HIVE. So this is for the home roast. This is pretty acceptable and pretty good. All right, that's for sure. Okay, so hold on a second. We have Henry asking me, Hedgery, do you think 93C? No, that's fine. 93 Celsius is fine. Okay, because my Bianca right now, I set a 91. Okay, I intentionally set a 91 Celsius because especially like dark roast coffee, you don't want to brew with a high heat. Okay, so which one? China? Oh, here we go. China.
Yep. Same beans, same origin, just two separate roasts. I got 10% of darker beans in there. I'm guessing I like I say, I usually cup them in
Man,
there,
so this one you roasted about a month ago, so it's well rested.
About a month ago even.
Yeah, so that's good. Comes to espresso. Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to rest it. You don't want to drink too fast. All right. Again, we're gonna go another 20 gram here. Like Eric, so you like to experiment a lot, Eric?
I'm an experimenter. I like all coffee flavors.
Okay.
It's hard to disappoint me unless something is, really, unless you have under roasted coffee or dishwater, really weak, really weak coffee. I'm
Got it.
I like all coffee flavors.
So you're saying you're not picky with the coffee?
I like all coffee flavors. So I'm a true coffee lover. I love all coffee flavors. Like bitter, it's like that's fine with me. I roast all kinds.
Again, with this. So do you usually blow out the chaff or no? Chaff.
For myself, I don't.
Okay. As you can see, a chaff is there.
Of course, my secret blend is chaff free. Oh, I should have.
That's all right.
I should have blown out the chaff. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I have the blower.
Mm-hmm.
I can blow out my grinder later.
Yeah.
Not a big deal.
It doesn't really affect the flavor. People think, people go, oh, you got to get all the chaff.
No,
I don't know it's any different.
no, because
Some coffees, it actually adds a wee bit of, it depends on the coffee, but some of them it actually,
I mean,
you get a, one of those drier processed coffees where you get a lot of fruit notes
Mhm.
in it. It's usually better when you leave the chaff on for some reason. I don't know.
it's all dependent on the coffee too. It's
Yeah.
all dependent, how.
Yeah.
It's all about your taste bud, right?
It's an art. Yeah, I mean it's
I mean, some people likes to some people likes to be really nice and neat, just perfect.
Yeah.
Comes to coffee beans wise, you want to be extremely uniform as well, and you just get right over all the under roast coffee beans. Yeah. But you're not that picky, right, Eric?
No. I like roasting my own coffee because I like all kinds of coffee, so it's a surprise to me every time. I mean,
sure.
I just do hundreds of kinds of beans, and I usually drink them raw. Just one from one origin. I rarely blend. I do blend coffee, especially if I'm roasting for someone else. Got to figure out what they really like, and I try to match it, But
so you usually roast and you share that with your friends?
I don't so much anymore.
No, you don't? How come?
A lot of them are really picky. They like 3 or 4 different flavors. If it isn't that, then it's bad.
Okay.
I hate to disappoint people. So, you're putting time, effort, and stuff into it. I don't really roast very much for people. There are some people that are like me and they like all kinds of coffee flavors. Yes, I'll roast for them. But I don't have any commercial interest in selling coffee or anything like that.
I mean, yeah.
Thank you, sir.
I mean, look at the crema. And
these are funny. Yeah, that's a month old, and it's got a lot of fizz on it. They say your coffee gas is out like mostly in 2 or 3 days, but I've had I've had a couple of them where it's like they're like 3 weeks or a month old, and I'm pouring it over and they're fizzing like crazy.
I mean, look at this. It's all that. Let's give it a try. This is unique. Yeah, this is surprisingly good.
Yeah,
it's surprisingly good. It's not bad.
Maybe China's got a new
business. I mean, this is surprisingly good. Yeah, because I thought it's gonna be bitter. A little bitterness there, but it's pretty smooth. Yeah, and I liked the aftertaste.
Yeah,
as well, very smooth, round.
The aftertaste is really good.
I get a little bit of fruity as well, right? A little bit of fruit there.
Yeah, it's kind of
it's
got them from both spectrums, which is funny. And I roasted it, a little on the darker side, like a medium plus or plus.
So I mean, a little bit of brightness too. So yeah, I mean, so far that's the better than the other one. That's for sure. It's quite interesting. Okay.
Well, that's more of a Robusta flavor. Yeah. I don't know. A lot of people really don't. A lot of people don't like Robustas at all. But if you want to roast, I just bought it as a novelty. And I wanted to try it out. But
yeah, so this is definitely. So this coffee we just brewed is from China, right?
Yeah, I guess around. I kind of looked at the map. It was kind of around like Hong Kong area, right in there in the highlands and that.
Okay.
And I didn't know that they produce coffee, but they do.
I mean, where did you get this coffee from? Which vendor? I mean, which
Berman Coffee in Wisconsin.
Yeah,
and it was about $8 a pound for the green beans.
Okay.
So yeah,
I mean, $8 per pound. I mean, that's pretty. It's a high end. It's not that high end, right? It's pretty low end.
Well, if you get it at, I don't like to specify, but a lot of people buy their coffee from. I buy it from a variety of places, but Berman's I buy it a lot from there because their prices are always really reasonable. Cost you $8 to ship them, I guess, if it's like 10 pounds or less, I think. And I usually order like 10 pounds or so.
Okay, so next we're gonna try is geisha from Nicaragua.
That I have no idea about. Those beans were $10 a pound green, which is cheap for a geisha.
Okay,
they're pretty expensive. So I don't really know how.
Okay, so $10 per pound geisha. Okay, which means so we need to set the expectation properly.
And they recommended you roast it on the lighter side, so I did.
Okay, by the way, these beans are huge.
Yeah.
I mean, this beans are pretty big for geisha.
I think all of these I got from Berman Coffee in Wisconsin.
Okay, so years ago, my friend from Canada, Costco sells a geisha, Costco geisha,
Mm-hmm.
like $40 for 2 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, that's about a going rate. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so but the geisha is not created equally, guys. Some geishas are better than others. Okay, all right.
And these just came out, and they had them for like I don't know, 9 something a pound. and-
Okay. Because I mean, the most geisha I know, okay, it's gotta be for a green price over $100 per pound. So, but I know some geisha just went for what, $15,000 per kilo? Not even kilo. Yeah,
I
something
think it
like.
kind of. I mean, if you're paying that much for coffee, it's probably pretty good. But is it, really,
No,
is
no,
it really worth that
no, it's
money?
not.
I don't know. It's
I
not,
mean, it's for novelty.
yeah.
Okay.
But I'll try. I'll try a pound of just about anything.
Uh,
If you can get a pound only, but
yeah.
like I got a 5 pound sack of the Chinese, and I got I think 2 pounds of the Timor, and
Mhm.
that's like the smallest I order. Usually I'll do like 10 pounds or something like that. Goes.
All right. So next, we're gonna go with geisha right now. For this one, okay. So great thing about the flow control, you can actually dial it in. You can save the shot. So I'm just gonna leave it the same grind size here. Yeah. So this is the Nicaragua geisha. So this one look like more like medium to light roast. He did. Okay. I mean, it looks definitely lighter than compared to his other coffees. That's for sure. And
That one I think they recommended light to medium roast,
sure.
so I went with that. It's about a light plus plus. I don't go by the the city roast, because some people it's like a city roast could be a medium, it could be a medium trip. It's in people don't really communicate very well. It's like it's one thing for one person, it's another
Sure.
for another. So I just use light with 4 pluses, medium 4 pluses, to dark, and that's about as dark as I get. It's just dark with a little oil.
Okay. If you're just joining us, we are hanging out with Eric. Lives in Tucson. He brought some coffee using the HIVE coffee roaster. Okay, HIVE coffee roaster. It's about $80, but I know it sounds like a lot of money, but when it comes to a home roaster, I mean that's pretty affordable. That's definitely better than my popcorn popper. Okay,
Yeah, because you're not really moving all the beans at once. And
yeah.
they're sliding and not really tumbling.
Yep, no.
So yeah, this works.
So that one is actually pretty legit. Okay, coffee roaster for sure.
Yeah, I mean if you roast with a drum roaster, you gotta heat the thing up for, I usually did for 25 minutes and stuff, but you got to roast a lot of coffee, and I don't know what's coming out my ears. When I used to roast for people, I'd do a bigger batch, but now I just, last 5 years I've just been using. I don't think I used a drum roaster.
So how much time are you spent on roasting per week?
On average, it takes me 13 minutes to set up, roast, clean up, and I'm done.
And do you actually study the roasting process, or do you actually spend time to trying to dial it in, or do you now is like you know what's gonna happen?
I try to look for a variety. Like I said, I like all kinds of coffee flavors, so it's like I could just almost guess at it.
Sure.
But most of the time, if I want to roast something if I want to make a light plus coffee, I can do that pretty easily. I shoot for it, and it's pretty easy to do.
All right.
It depends. Most of the time you look at how dense are the beans. They're really dense. You're probably gonna take a couple extra minutes to roast them. So.
So we're gonna go to 40 shot from Nicaragua geisha. So obviously
Yeah,
it's
it's got a
light.
little less creamer.
Oh yeah, because there's a light roast coffee there.
Yeah.
That's something we can expect it.
I hope I'm not disappointed, but we'll see.
Yeah. So this is the geisha from Nicaragua. Okay. Man, let's go.
Oh, it's got spiciness.
Okay.
It's pretty good. It's not.
You know what? I mean,
I'm glad I didn't pay $40 for it, but it's pretty good.
Okay. Okay, for $8 pound geisha roast by home
HIVE roaster. Yeah.
HIVE roaster. This is not bad. Okay. This is not bad, Eric.
It's pretty good coffee.
Okay. Yeah.
I've had some,
I mean,
$35, $40 a pound geishas. They're
no, yeah.
they're really good. It's not like that, but $10 a pound. This is pretty good.
No, but I think is I guess I'm more surprised by the roast from this. The quality of your cup is above average.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah, not bad at all. It's all the tasting notes there. It's very interesting. I mean, it's not like it's not bad. Okay, not bad at all. Yeah.
Yeah. If you want to pay $6,000 or $10,000 for a roaster, that's great. I have one, and you can sample the coffee and really know for sure what the color is. Here, it's a little more.
I mean,
it's a little more of a guess, but I mean, it's for $80 for God's sakes. If you want to roast coffee.
I mean, you can get the sample roaster, like it's called Roast, ROST. It's about 6,000. Okay, and then we have I think Cafe Logic. It's about $2,000. Okay, just simple coffee roaster. So, I mean, obviously they are a lot more precise temperature is everything is so precise. But for the home, right? If you're a hobbyist, I mean, if you want to do something, have some fun with it, and have some good coffee at the same time, yeah.
You actually have more control with this thing than with the drum roaster. When I'm using a drum roaster, and you crank up the temperature a little bit, does it really go up immediately? No, it takes time. I mean, it's actually a slower process using the drum roaster, But yeah, I mean, you could do it like 3-4 seconds probably. The temperature's going down. They make a model for, I think it's about roughly twice as much. I think.
Okay.
It has a little thermometer thing in there.
Yeah, so you can see the temperature.
Yeah.
With the Americano one, this one's not bad either. Yeah.
That's very good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd buy that again.
Yeah, I mean,
I might buy a 10-pound sack. We'll see.
10-pound sack is only about what, $80, $100?
About $80.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm figuring about $80, $90.
Sure.
And then $10 shipping. So I don't know. Kit and caboodle. I think they do free shipping if you order, like 30 or 40 pounds or something like that.
All right. So what should we try next, Eric?
Well, have we tried them all? Have we tried the India Peaberry?
Okay.
I think that's the only one we have left.
Okay.
Then we have the special blend, which I won't tell you what's in it. But I think you're going to really like this, but I might be off.
So Indian Peaberry. Okay, so Peaberry is obviously smaller. Okay.
Yeah, that's from 6,000 feet.
Yep.
It's kind of a denser bean. It took about 13 minutes to roast that. Which is,
I mean, this is pretty light roasted as well. Dark roasted as well. Okay.
Yeah, they recommended it be medium to dark, I think. So.
So let's go with that.
I usually go by their recommendation, but I'll try a totally different roast, and it's. But all of these are new. Never tried them before.
Because so far, I mean, I like the geisha the best.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it comes to tasting notes, yeah.
I had some Panamanian geisha I got. I had some Panamanian geisha I got like 5 years ago, and that was killer. I didn't pay that much for it. I paid like $12 a pound or something like that for it. That was really, really
You know what?
good.
I mean, way back when, those geishas are very affordable back then.
Yeah.
Okay. But over the years, coffee become very very expensive.
Yeah.
Especially they got so popular as well, and then all the Asia,
Yeah.
okay, China and Korea, especially China and Korea,
Yeah.
that really got into specialty coffee. They start buying up this high end coffee.
Yeah.
They don't care about the price, just buys it.
Yeah.
So
I'm trying to get some I don't know if you heard California coffee from San Diego area.
oh yeah, I
They
got
have
right
a-
here.
You do?
Oh yeah, hold on a second. I got the California Geisha.
Oh my God! Really?
Yeah.
I've been trying to get a roastable quantity
Yep.
for it, but
So
oh my God, how is it?
California Geisha is
Is it overrated or is it pretty good? I don't
no,
know.
I mean it's definitely different, unique.
Yeah.
Okay, it's more like novelty.
Yeah, that's
than
what I
it
was
is.
figuring it
Okay.
was. You know.
French is very well known.
Yeah.
So we got the California and the Santa Barbara, actually. They're from Santa Barbara.
Yeah.
And there used to be avocado farm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
They convert that to a coffee farm because you're gonna sell $100 per bottle. Okay. Then you're gonna sell a lot of avocado. So these farmers got smarter. So
Yeah.
so they do have.
Look, think about it. They got the perfect climate. It doesn't get hot and it doesn't get cold.
Nope.
At all. So
But yeah, so I think let's see here. This year, right? 2024, and then we have the Ilika Lefty. He's the Brewers Cup
Yeah.
champion
Uh-huh.
many times.
Mhm.
He actually used coffee from French
Mm.
and some other brands. He competed
Mhm.
with the California coffee. I believe he took like fourth or fifth.
Uh-huh.
I mean, for this coffee. So I mean
Really?
yeah, which means that's a big deal. Okay, the big
Yeah.
deal he did. What he did was great.
Yeah, they only have like 100,000 trees last time
Yeah.
I checked, which they're probably good. I don't know, they might expand a bit. I think it's like it's a couple of people that farm them really.
Sure.
But
Okay, so Eric, do you have issues with the consistency?
I
Oh.
prefer coffee strongly.
No, I'm talking
that-
about consistency of batch from batch, right? So you get a pretty much a similar batch every single time for same coffee, or slightly different every single time.
Well, I can nail it. I can nail a darkness. pretty
Okay,
easy, but
good.
I've been roasting for many, many years. So
Okay.
I can. I mean, on the Hive, I've been doing it 5 years. Yeah,
Mhm.
I can just tell you what color it's going to come out.
So it's gonna be your quality is pretty consistent.
Yeah, and I don't have any
Okay.
special skill or anything with
Sure.
it, but yeah, I can nail a medium, straight medium, a particular
Okay.
color. If you get the little
Yep.
color chart with the beans, it's like I can nail
Okay.
it every time.
All right. So let's go.
I'm not. So you got what going on now? The Indian peaberry?
Yeah, we are Indian peaberry right now.
I don't know how that is. I've gotten about 4
Okay.
or 5 different Indian coffees. I got peaberry. The monsoon beans. I love.
Yeah, monsoon,
myself.
all over. Yeah.
Yeah, they're. You just got to reduce the time a little bit.
Mhm.
They're not a very dense bean, but they have good flavor across the board. I mean, for a single origin coffee, I think they're pretty good.
Okay.
Mm.
It's not bad.
Not
Nice
bad.
color. Nice color to it. Okay, it's definitely
Cool.
dark as well.
Oop, we better stir them up.
So it has a lot of crema, so definitely you gotta stir it. Okay. Because this
And
crema,
these are a month old, so
Yeah.
you know.
so month old for espresso is I mean that's good. I mean that's
A month is perfect.
I mean
It's as
that's
good as it
pretty
gets.
much good standard time for resting time. So let's give it a try here. Nah, not for me, Eric. This is not. I think too dark.
I only bought 2 pounds of it, so I'm glad.
Yeah. This is but again, some people may like this. So here's the thing about the coffee, right?
It's almost kind of almost a robusty kind
Yeah.
of flavor. It's yeah, it's kind of strange. It's a novelty. I bought it a couple times.
But again, I mean, some people love this coffee, by the way. Okay, I mean, if you're old school espresso lovers out there, it's bitter. Okay.
This is perfect for you.
And it's gonna be perfect. I mean, you think this is a excellent coffee. For me, it's not for me. But some people may. Some people might think, I mean, that is the greatest coffee they're ever gonna have. All right, that's for sure. But it's really bitter
It's
and
for a very,
yeah.
very select crowd, I think.
You know what? A friend of mine is he loves anything like for him is like nastier is the better. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He wants the most bitterest coffee and thick and because he thinks that that's the greatest
Is
strong
it bad coffee or is it just something on the bitter side?
just bitter and
Yeah.
thick bitter. I mean that's what he likes.
I like the bitter. I love the bitter
Mm-hmm.
coffees. I just like them to be not really, not really brewed to be strong.
Sure.
You know, if it's tamed down a little bit, I love it just fine. You know, but and if it includes the other flavors in it, and you're just
Mhm.
getting the bitterness, like this is kind of like including any other
Sure.
flavors it has in it. It's not for everyone. You know?
No.
And I wouldn't say it's really good.
Okay.
It's all right. You know.
Okay. So we have last one. We have a special blend.
That one I kind of, I guessed that you would really like that.
Okay.
I made that kind of for you that you would like
Okay.
it, the secret blend. So
Okay, we're gonna try out the secret blend. Hold on. Let me dump this water for a second.
I haven't really tasted it, but
Okay, so we're gonna have to do the secret blend. So did
Mhm.
you try that with just the pour over, right?
I made it with pour over.
Okay.
You can make it any way you want. You make great espressos. So.
So I mean, all this coffee.
Mhm.
I mean, you can do espresso or pour over. Okay.
Well, let's keep it the same.
Yep.
You can make an espresso.
This one, right?
Uh,
Secret blend.
Yeah,
Okay,
number
so that-
27.
yeah,
That's
number
27 this year. I don't really blend coffees, but I do. I number them by the year. January, I'll start at number 1 again.
Actually, I like the color of it too. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel it's probably not going to have a lot of bitterness or anything like that in it. You like bitter, but not overpowering. So I think this will be a pretty good one.
So you blend it with the two other coffee?
All right, I'll tell you what it is
Yeah.
now. Well, maybe they're Ethiopian beans.
Okay. So
There are 4 different kinds.
Oh.
They're roasted identical, different altitudes.
Yeah, yeah.
I think I kind of blended them together. I did taste them
Yeah.
all.
I mean, look at the
And
color.
it should be very balanced. So.
Yeah. I mean, he blended it well. I have to say, Eric did.
Oh, I do a good job blending.
Yeah,
I mean, this is the only one I blended, and
Yeah.
I blow all the chaff off and everything. But yeah, I can nail the color.
I mean, he just actually blended pretty nicely.
I think you'll like it's probably not the best one I've done, but I'm shooting from the hip because I didn't taste this.
Especially Ethiopia, so it's going to be interesting for sure.
It's 50, 20, 20, and 10 are the ratios I use with the different beans. Shooting from the hip, and I don't really know how it'll turn out, but I guess it's going to be pretty good.
Okay.
I think it's going to taste a little better than it smells. Probably it will.
So let's give it a try here. Okay, I'm gonna do the proper treatment for this coffee.
Gadgetry time.
Just make sure you get the.
I love your gadgets, by the way.
Oh yeah. All right. Just now we're gonna just give it a quick temp. Okay. All right. Okay, here I go. This is the Ethiopia blend.
Yes, so this is a blend. I mean, these other coffees, I would almost consider them sort of ingredient coffees, you know? If it's got a little bitterness and a little fruit and thing, you can mix them together. That's kind of the way most people buy their coffee. But this is a blend. It's probably going to be closer to what you would probably buy, because most everything is a blend. And I've really gotten into blending the past couple of years.
I mean, Ethiopia, you're not going to see a lot of crema either.
No.
Good.
All
There
right.
you go. You got it. Let's give it a try. Okay, it's definitely unique. Yeah. Very roundish.
I got some fruitiness in there, and I got some bitterness, and I got malt. You know,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
yeah, there's a kind of a little bit of
Yeah,
everything.
so you can have some brightness as well. I say what? Citrus?
like a little lemonade.
Yeah, yeah, kind of like,
flavor in
yeah,
there.
a little bit of lemonade. Yeah, very citrus brightness. I mean, kind of like typical Ethiopia.
Yeah, I roasted.
You know?
I roasted some of them that were
Mm-hmm.
a little more on the. It's kind of hard to really get a bitter coffee from there, but there's a little bit of bitterness, not an
Yep.
overly developed bitterness flavor. It's got some.
It's not bad.
It's
Okay.
got some fruit. It's
Yeah.
kind of a round. I kind of made a
Sure.
rounded coffee.
Yeah.
A rounded coffee.
It's not bad at all. Okay, for the yeah. For Ethiopia, it's definitely not bad.
They're my favorite beans.
Really.
I roast a lot of Ethiopian. I have about 6 or 7 of them, I guess, right now at any time.
Okay, so we've been trying Eric's coffee, and I'm gonna brew Eric the coffee from. So I've been really enjoying this coffee, so I want you to try this coffee. Okay. Definitely unique, for sure. Again, we're gonna go 20 gram.
Do you want to keep any of these for your own? I just brought them for you to.
Oh, sure.
Keep if you want to keep them.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know the pea berry if you like it.
Okay, good. Thank you,
It's
Eric.
all right.
Yeah, appreciate that.
I think the pea berry is kind of the loser out of the. It's still pretty good.
So we're gonna do the red first. Okay.
Colombian?
Colombia.
Oh, I love them. I love Colombian.
Rodrigo Sanchez one. Yeah, I think you're gonna like this one. It's fun. Okay, so this is fun coffee to drink. Okay. All right. So we have imagine comparing this after drinking Tim Wendelbo. Again, I mean, you need to set the expectation, okay? Because we are talking about the home roaster, roasting from $80 high, all right? Compared to, we have Timmy. I mean, he's a world-renowned roaster, so I mean, there's a market for pretty much everybody. Okay, that's for sure. Okay, so now we're about to try Rodrigo Sanchez one, co-fermentation.
Oh, if I could make a note, I've seen a lot of people on YouTube and they're kind of roasting like this, and their complaint is, "Oh, my arm gets so tired." It's like, if you just keep it down like that, you'll never get tired. If you just keep your arm down to your side and just hold it over the flame. Yeah, just a little side note.
We are using the MP burrs here. Okay. All right. This is actually stuck. Hold on a second. There we go. It's a big difference from home roaster, that's for sure. Okay.
Home roasting may not be for some people because, like I say, it's like most of the coffees you roast are kind of like they're not like blended coffee where you're taking 3 or 4 of them and putting them together. That's going to be a different profile that may not appeal to everybody, but to me, it's great. I love the variety. You know?
I mean, the thing about the home roasting, knowing that you have control with everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
You buy the green beans,
Mm-hmm.
you put time and effort to you roast your. I mean that's you. Okay,
Like
you did
13
it.
minutes from
Yeah,
setup to tear
sure.
down, and I'm done. You know.
I mean,
But, and
so I mean,
I roasted
yeah,
outdoors.
I mean that's all you. Okay, all you.
Yeah. And I loved all the different flavors in all
Sure.
these green beans. I'm so I mean, if you're kind of like that, you like all kinds of coffee flavors, and you like to taste different coffees from around the world.
Sure.
It's a hell of a hobby to have.
Yep.
You know, like I say, it's not that oppressive. You know, you get a camp stove, and I'd get one of the little suitcase size, little propane things with the 1 pound cans. You can get in Walmart for $10 for 2 of them. You get about 25 roasts out of a canister, and yeah, I get about 21 to 25. But I roast a lot of stuff like darker than most people will.
Smell that.
Oh, that's good. Stir up.
Yeah. So this is a red fruit cold fermentation.
Oh, that's got a lot of fruit and stuff
Oh,
in
yeah.
it. That's really good.
Okay.
Oh, that's got like cherry.
Everything,
really
right?
good notes.
Yeah. I mean, again, there's charm about, okay, the charm about you're roasting from, home roaster like this, like Hives,
Mm-hmm.
and also there's also unique about just buying coffee from your local roaster as well, so this one I intentionally lowered the temperature. I set at 91 Celsius. With some kind of cold fermentation coffee, any kind of processed coffee, I like to go with the low temperature. Give out more, bring out more sweetness. Very round. They're great. Yeah, they're fantastic.
That's a really good coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, I mean, it's not. I mean, there's charm about you're doing your own coffee as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So let's see here. Let's see. We have a Scotty. Okay, David. Okay, we have Daniel. So maybe you can do espresso at different temperature. Yeah, difference. Okay. Myself, I like higher temperature. 94 is my lowest. Depend on the coffee, Daniel. Okay, because if you are doing like dark roast coffee or a lot of fermentation coffee, try like 91 or 92. Okay, if you are doing like Ethiopia, single origin, wash coffee, higher temp is okay as well. But yeah, just make sure play with the different temps. Okay, I highly recommend it. All right, because with same coffee with a different temperature, you are going to tell the difference. Huge difference in tasting notes.
Mm-hmm.
That's for sure. All right, guys. I think it's been about an hour or so. Again, I'm big thanks to Eric to join us this morning. Man, so this hive is very interesting. That's for sure. Okay.
Well, it's $80, but
Yeah,
for a roasting machine, roasting.
so we have a Surgeon Pepper say you guys have a coffee sickness.
Yes.
I mean, it's not a sick. It's more like obsession. Okay, don't you think, Eric? I mean, this is more like coffee obsession here.
It's a passion, I like to call it.
Okay, I mean, think about it. I mean, about 64 people watching this right now. Okay, I mean, you guys are watching, a couple guys talking about coffee. All right. Again, this is absurd. I mean, if you ask me. All right, this is absurd, but I mean, it is a lot of fun. Okay, it is a lot of fun to make coffee, trying to dial it in.
Yeah, we just tried all kinds of coffees today. It was great.
And so again, so this one I set at 91 Celsius. Okay, and then this one is more like heat exchange machine standard. This is like 94, 95 Celsius as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hold on. You know what? before we go, I'm gonna brew one more time here. Okay.
Ooh.
Don't leave yet, guys. Right, don't leave yet. So we're gonna brew one more time. I'm gonna do the exact same coffee, Eric,
Okay.
with a higher temperature. Okay.
See if it's as fruity and such as it was the first time.
So we're gonna go with a higher temp, and then see. Okay. So we're gonna go with a higher temperature here. All right. Okay, here we go. Let's see here. So Naomi asks, co-fermentation is better with the low temp water. Yeah, I mean, yes. Okay. That's for sure. So again, so we're gonna go with a higher temperature right now. So hopefully Eric can tell us the difference. Okay. Because co-fermentation is already processed. Okay. Which means it's easier to extract the tasting notes. You know, so I mean that's why you want to go with the lower temp. All right. But I mean, sometimes people are kind of stuck in their own way. Okay. You know what? I always brew at certain temperature. Okay. But you know what? Sometimes you need to just, you know what? Just change it. Okay.
Experiment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, some people don't like to change. But yeah, I highly recommend. Just play with a different temperature.
That's a very good coffee. I love it.
Oh, good. Oh, hold on a second here, Eric. I spilled some coffee.
Uh-oh.
Hold on.
Oh, there we go.
I spilled some coffee. I'm gonna make sure every bit of it.
Oops. Uh-oh. Sweep it on there.
Yep.
Good to go.
Okay. So heat exchange machine, you have to flush it. Okay, that's for sure. You see all the steam coming out?
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't want the steam. I mean, if you touch it, that thing is so hot, right?
Rocket hot, huh?
Especially with the MP burrs, go really light as well. So this is a very fine, as you can see. So it's with a higher temp. So it's gonna be interesting. That's for sure. All right.
We'll see what it does.
Okay. Okay, here we go, guys. I'm just gonna flush one more time because we don't want that steam right now. So I need to flush about like 5 or 6 seconds. So that's the one downside of a heat exchange machine. Okay. Okay, here we go. It's about 2 seconds pre-infusion. Okay.
Give her a shot.
Okay, here we go, guys. So this is a hotter temperature.
I think it's
It's a little bitter, isn't it?
a little bit more bitter, and
Yeah.
the fruit is still
Yeah, fruit is
pronounced.
still there, but again, the higher temperature is more bitter. Okay. So this is about 94, 95 Celsius. Okay. The other time I brew with about 91 Celsius. So uh, a co-fermentation process coffee, if you're doing a lot of dark roast coffee,
Mhm.
whatever temperature you have, if it tastes a little bitter to you, just drop down the temperature. Okay, and then you're gonna get much better results. That's for sure. All right, let's see here. I'm gonna take a look at your comments for one last time. Okay, hold on. Tiago asked me, "Do you have experience with Americano?" Okay. Can you demonstrate how much water? You know what? Here's the thing about the Americano. You just add whatever amount. I mean, there's no magic ratio for it. I usually eyeball it. Okay.
Experiment.
I mean, I mean, I got a little bit of coffee left. I just usually add my hot water. Okay. I mean, this is my Americano. For me, I don't really, it's not a, I mean, it's still really good. Okay. So any amount of coffee to bring out that wonderful tasting notes. So yeah, if I were, I'm not going to, focus on the how much water. Just eyeball it. Just figure it out. How much water you like to add. I mean, have some fun with it. Okay. But again, with the Americano, can't go wrong with the
Are
Americano.
you tasting a little more fruit in this
Oh, yeah.
than the first time?
Uh,
It's about like it seems like it's a little
because
maybe
a,
bit
a
higher.
little bit more intense.
Yeah.
Okay, because so there's a fine line. So there's fine line with the temperature, right?
Yeah.
So you want to be over extracted,
Mhm.
but whenever you if you extract a bit too much,
Mhm.
you're gonna bring out the wonderful tasting notes,
Yeah.
but same time give you that bitterness as well. So that is a fine balance to it.
This is a very good. This is a
Okay.
very good.
Okay, so hold on. I'm gonna give you a little bit of hot water for you. Okay, and then you're gonna taste it. Try that. It's hot, by the way. That's really hot. Just like whiskey, same thing, right? Yeah, you just add, how much water you want to add it to it. Yeah. So this coffee, I like 91. Okay, I like 91 Celsius rather than 94. Okay, because 91 is more mellow, more sweeter. But I bet you there is a perfect number. Could be 92. Because you don't want to be too, yeah, you don't want to be too hot or too cold.
Mhm.
Okay. I mean, I think I give you guys the example last time. I was at the coffee shop. I was at the Presta. They are using really, really fancy machine. I got this coffee, exact same coffee, and then my buddy got the exact same coffee as well, espresso. They pulled the shot back to back. Mine was perfect. Whatever reason, his coffee was a little bitter like this one. Because they split the matter of minutes, you know, the temperature went up on the machine. Okay. The ambient temperature changed. So they're very complicated. When it comes to consistency, even with high-end commercial machine, time to time, you have that little, fluke. So anyway, so yeah, again, I highly recommend play with the temperature. All right, all right, guys. I think we're done for the day. Man, we've been talking for over an hour now.
Oh my
Okay.
god. Yeah.
And I hope you guys having a wonderful rest of the day. I'll be back later today as well. Actually, we have the merchandise right now, so I do have a link down below. And so make sure this might be good holiday gifts for somebody. Okay, guys, I'm gonna see you guys next time. Okay, bye bye. By the way, I'm gonna big thanks to Eric. All right.